practitioners, it will list out the things that can and can't be done. But similar to an RCN, you have an excess, a level of the first amount of the claim that you pay, and a limit of indemnity. Now, the first thing I should say about aesthetics is that we will look at claims later on, but actually the temporary nature of aesthetic procedures means that it's not a long-term situation. It's not like cerebral palsy, where you are looking at lifetime costs. You're looking at someone who's maybe got some bruising or discomfort for a while, or maybe a bit of a granular, but it will eventually clear. It's not permanent. Someone's going to say Leslie Ash and the lips. That was an unfortunate sort of particular drug, which was bioacamide, which almost was like silicone. It was like putting polyfiller into your lips, and in some cases that's had to be surgically removed. It's the only way to get it out. Whereas on a normal derma filler, you can inject to dissolve it and it will clear and go. But one of the first things to bear in mind is that all medical malpractice policies are claims made. That means not when the incident happened, but when the claim is made by the patient. So let's say you were insured by insurer A last year, and you're now insured by insurer B in the second year. If it's an event in the previous year, you'd think it'd be insurer A who would deal with the claim. He would say, no, it's insurer B. They're the insurer who are dealing with you now. So it's when the claim is made. And it's one of the sort of key things to bear in mind, and it's covered down here, retroactive date, is that if you're switching from one insurer to another, let's say you took out insurance the 1st of May 2009, and I was to switch you to another insurer this May, I would have to make sure that the other insurer knows that they're covering you for this year, but also they have a responsibility back to the 1st of May 2009. And if a broker fails to tell the insurer, and then suddenly you get a claim from 2009, he'll go, well, you know, that should have been advised, etc. But the important thing is that you must always, your broker should always be telling you how to work within things, which means that when we look at risk management and things to be done there, it's very important, even where there's an incident, to notify the insurer, either for a broker like ourselves, to make sure that it's noted with them, so there's no argument that anything's gone on afterwards which they should have been aware of. So obviously they're clearly defined terms, and we've touched on the retroactive, but they are usually specific to the aesthetic practitioner, the procedures and products that they're using. So you'll get asked, what products are you using? So that will pick up anything that's unusual. And of course you will be asked to not only show your NMC registration number, but also aesthetic training certificates that say you're trained in those procedures or those products. A couple of years ago, when we first entered the market on aesthetics, you could get away with just saying, well, no, I'm a nurse, I'm a doctor. Nowadays, you have to have the relevant training certificates to get the insurance. That's it on insurances, you'll be pleased to hear. So we sort of really now start to look at what is it like in practice, what do you need to what.